Hey everybody, what's going on? JJ here from Zealous Conversations here at the First Baptist Church. Woo woo! and there's Jonathan.
You caught me by surprise again.
This is episode number 19. Who
That
would have
doesn't
thought?
seem possible.
Who would have thought?
We did look at the list today. At 26, we're going to have an evaluation podcast.
But yeah, we're going to see how we're doing.
See and ask for feedback and see,
We're going to disclose our email.
Yes.
We're going to ask for feedback. And please be nice.
Yeah. Season your feedback with grace.
Yeah. And starting January 1st, we're on season 2 of the podcast.
Oh, because it goes annually.
Yeah. So
Well,
whatever
of
we
course.
did this year is
The
season
2023 season.
Yeah.
Now will be the
we're
2024.
So we'll be on season 2. So be on the lookout for that coming up. So with that being said, this week we are, please mute that, sir.
I will.
With that being said, we are talking today about what exactly?
Well, it's interesting that today we're talking about rest and relaxation, rest as a restorative measure for us, just as the holidays are. We're recording this just as the holidays fixing to hit and break upon us. And they're not necessarily times for rest. Lots of times we're traveling and we're staying up late and we're the stress of buying gifts for people, getting everything wrapped,
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a resting time.
These people will be hearing this podcast on January the 11th.
Oh, so Christmas is way over.
Yes.
They're back in the grind of work.
Yeah, they're done resting.
Yes. Hope they got some rest.
Oh, man. Look, I can see our laughs pop, 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 pop on the
brother.
wave.
We're still infatuated with this box and how
It's improved
it shows our
quality.
audio and everything.
Well, why is rest so important? I need a reason to go tell my wife I need to just chill out, get a Dr. Pepper, chill out on the couch, play some video games.
Video games is not rest.
It's totally rest.
No, it's
like,
not.
All right, is golf rest?
It's stress.
Is golf rest?
Well, no. Golf is exercise and work. I mean, usually using major muscle groups
Rest or relaxation?
with purposeful activity.
Rest or relaxation?
Well, okay. What are we talking about? Relaxation. Relaxation would be
Kicking back on the couch, watching TV.
chilling out. Yeah, major
Chilling
muscle
out.
groups are probably not as involved.
And rest? I think of the brain. I think of the mind.
Brain rest.
Just, man, I need a break. I need
Well,
a rest.
but physically, you can't get away from the physical side of it. Sleep, good sleep.
Rest.
Restorative sleep is the thing you hear on all the mattress commercials now. Are you getting restorative sleep? You need the sleep
My Pillow.
number bed. The My Pillow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we can't get away from the physical aspect of it. Our bodies need to rest
We
and
need
relax.
to. It's an absolute necessity.
So we're talking physical and mental,
Yeah. Let's
Rest.
transition.
okay?
Spiritual rest.
And spiritual rest. Wow.
Man. What is the importance of resting spiritually?
And is that possible? Jesus says, "Take my yoke upon you, for you will find rest, for I'm easy and gentle, and you will find rest for your soul."
Mm-hmm.
Rest for your soul.
I will tell you that working in ministry, doing, the Great Commission, it can be exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
It can be tiresome. And if you don't rest, if you don't take a break from, this, you're going to get drained. You're going to get worn out. You're going to experience burnout.
Yeah, and burnout happens in the ministry just as it happens in many other vocations and in many other things. I think of a woman who's out there taking care of her mother, having to take care of her mother, not wanting to put her mother into a facility, but wanting to be there, and it's a 24/7 thing. It never stops. Caregiving, any kind of caregiving. A mother with 2 small children, a baby and a toddler. That woman is working. I mean, she's working. A single dad who's got a job and 2 kids to take care of. That guy's working. So anybody that has a caregiving aspect to their work, as ministers do as well, I think probably there might be an idea out there that ministers are just more able, they're more hooked in with Jesus, and so they can just do all this stuff, and it's not supposed to hurt them, or wear on them.
Many people have the preconception that, because we're doing it for the Lord, we don't get tired.
Yeah.
You don't get tired of writing sermons every week, do you?
No. Write them like a machine gun.
Man, but it's so important to take a break, to just take a step back. And we get this principle, this idea of resting right in the beginning of the book.
From the beginning. It was literally present and at creation.
Yeah.
6 days he created the world. And on the seventh day, he rested.
Chillaxed.
Yeah. And he blessed that day. And he said, I want, as I build my society here, that I'm making Israel into my nation, I want them to rest.
Yeah.
It's not good for you to work every day, all the time.
Yeah. Let the land rest. There's something significant about rest.
Yes.
It's biblical. It's, it's present, and it's something that has to be talked about. We don't get to rest that much.
I think in the cycle of my life, as part of the dynamic of this thing is always that I'm older and been around longer and seen more, I guess, than my young compatriot over there. Mm. I think when I was a kid in the 70s and the 80s, there wasn't a lot of value in the work world, in the career world, on rest. I think workaholism was valued. Some dude who's working 55 hours a week to 60 hours a week consistently, that's a committed guy. That's a driven guy. That's something I want to be. I want to be like that guy. And people were killing their marriages and stroking out, and now everybody my age is on blood pressure meds, and it didn't serve us well. Yeah. What you hear a lot nowadays, what I know about from my own kids, is that they're interested in work-life balance. This is a thing, They consider jobs. They say, what is going to be my work-life balance if I take this job as compared to taking that job? And I think that's probably a pretty healthy development for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think in the scheme of church and ministry and all that, it's important to, it's important to do what you're doing for the Lord and all that, but it's also important to take care of yourself and really just take a moment for you to step back from all the craziness of all the activities and events that are going on at church and all the things you have to do. We're such a busy church. You and I, we're just reflecting on that. Yeah. Going through our Facebook page, looking at our posts. We see, all right, we did this in Easter. We did this in summer.
All this activity that happened.
Monday night VBS. Here comes the fall. Oh, here's fall. Here's trunk or treat. Here's Christmas. Oh, now we got to start planning for Easter again. And then summer, spring break camps and summer camps. And it just keeps going. And it can wear you out.
I found an article here from some healthcare place. Let's see. This is from Integris Health, and it goes to that question we started with: what's the difference in rest and relaxation? And they're trying to draw the line there. Say, okay, the difference: rest and sleep are two different things. It says, and both are equally important to your mental, emotional, and physical health. Plus, prioritizing rest can actually improve your quality of sleep. Rest is any behavior aimed at increasing physical or mental well-being. So you said is golf rest. Well, any behavior aimed at increasing physical or mental well-being. So working out at the gym, walking the golf course can be considered rest.
Huh? Playing video games?
I don't know. Your thumbs are awful busy when you're playing video games.
I don't know. You don't hit that ball very straight.
Oh, man, he's picking on me. So, and the other thing it says about sleep is a body-mind state where we reduce sensory awareness. It's an essential function to our body. It impacts our cognitive function, our immune health, Be sure you reduce your stress. Let's see here. It says tips for getting better sleep. Avoid caffeine in the afternoon and evening.
Well, yeah.
Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Young man, you stay up till 2 sometimes.
Oh, man.
Set your thermostat between 60 and 70. Yeah.
60 and 70.
Yeah. Sleep cool, in other words. Sleep
You know what?
cool
I've heard that. You sleep better when it's cold.
Yeah, because you roll up under those blankets. It's a thing.
Hibernate.
Yeah. Avoid napping during the day. At least 1 hour before bed, swap screen time for a relaxing activity such as reading
a book.
bedtime, yoga, or a relaxing bath. My wife does that. She reads every night. I'm still on my phone. I'm reading off my phone. It's not good.
I read and do yoga and take a bath at the same time.
That is like the trifecta.
You would not believe the sleep I get.
Especially with Hazi in the house.
Oh, man. My 9-month-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a handful.
But he is sleeping through the night lately, I understand.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, finally.
Exercise is important, it says, but avoid working out late in the day if possible.
Why is that?
So don't do the gym right before you go to bed. I guess because
Once you get
you're
so
all
tired you
sucked
could just
up and
sleep?
everything. I don't know. What does he get? Exercise what? Endorphins? You know what I'm talking about? When you exercise, you get a rush.
Yeah. Adrenaline?
Is that, is it adrenaline? Is it something? You don't want that right when you're trying to lay down and go to bed.
I guess not.
So, sleep, get you a good bed, turn the thermostat down, read a good book.
Man.
And no coffee or tea. We're just fixing everything right
Yeah.
There you go.
This is what you needed to hear. So, I kind of want to orient back to spiritual rest.
Yes.
Spiritual rest. This is like a newer thing. We're talking about resting the mind from ministry, resting your body from all the activities in ministry. And maybe there's a pastor somewhere that's listening to this and he's exhausted. You know, he's kind of like, I'm doing so much. I'm constantly here, constantly working and putting so much time into this. You know, I just need a break.
It's okay to do that. What we've got to do is allow people that freedom to recharge. Anything where somebody's having to be creative. I'm having to come up with new stuff. I'm having to come up with
like writing
a new
sermons
vision.
every week.
I'm trying to make a new plan. I'm writing new sermons. I'm doing this new podcast. I'm having to come up with content. Anybody who's creating content, that's the way you say it nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
After, so many days, weeks, months, years of creating content, every now and then you need to put the thing out of gear and just don't create any content for a while.
Yeah, sometimes the computer slows down, freezes. You just need to turn it off.
Even computers need rest.
Exactly. You just need to turn it off, relax a bit, turn it back on. Wi-Fi gets spotty. You got to turn it off.
And turn it back on.
Turn it back on. Everything needs a break.
Yeah. One of the problems with that in the spiritual world is performance. We want God to love us. We want God to forgive us. We want God to bless us, so we have to perform. We have to work. We have to do good. I mean, isn't the essence of Christianity to do good? It's actually not, but it's deeply ingrained in our heads and our souls. And so there's always more good to do. There's never an end to the needs of people, so there's always more good to do. So I'll take a break after I do this one other thing. In our office, we often will look at each other and say, okay, after Christmas, it'll slow down. After, spring break, it'll slow down. After summer camp, it'll slow down, And what you find out is it never slows down.
When school starts, it'll slow down.
Yeah. Never going to happen. Yeah. So you have to put your foot on the clutch and go into neutral and find ways to relax regularly. The intention of Sabbath was to give us a day off.
Yeah. Really, not just a day off so you can just go and do whatever, but really orient yourself, realign yourself back to God.
Yes.
Now there's a little key thing there is, you can take a rest, um, but use that rest to rejuvenate yourself in the Lord.
Absolutely.
Use that rest to, spark creativity again, spark knowledge and interest in pursuing more, about God.
Well, using vacation time, annual rest and relaxation, pretty much everybody gets annual vacation at some level. Most jobs will give you vacation nowadays. I think if you're still part-time, you don't have a lot, but take and actually use your vacation time you're given to do relaxing and resting. I know of a particular person that I have in mind who doesn't know how to do vacation. When that person is on vacation, that person still works. They just do other work.
I have a person in my mind too.
Yes.
I wonder if we're thinking about.
I think we probably are.
I wonder if that person knows we're thinking about them.
I wonder if that person listens to the podcast.
Mm.
We might need to discover that.
Yeah.
Because this could be particularly helpful to that person.
Exactly.
Chill out. Figure out. And some people, I think, honestly, don't know the things to do to relax, the things that relax them.
Yeah.
Some people, it would be sitting in a hunting blind. Some people would be on the golf course. Some people would be going to sit and listen to good music. Some people would be
Coffee
getting
shop.
on their motorcycle and going off, on a day drive somewhere, Some people sitting at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
What is the thing that relaxes you? What are the circumstances where you can really kind of unwind?
Yeah. You want to avoid overworking. You want to avoid, just staying constantly on like a computer.
Right.
You need to rest. It's important because you're going to crash, you're going to burn, you're going to, it's going to get exhausting.
Right.
And then at that point, you're just like, well, what's the point of even continuing doing all this? It just takes and it takes and it takes and it's consuming and it's consuming. And you kind of lose the energy. You kind of lose the passion for it.
And that's when you hear of burnout. We got the term burnout. It's been in our culture for a long time. I think a lot of workaholics look at burnout as a cop-out. Oh, you just couldn't do it. You just weren't tough enough, But burnout's a real thing, and burnout affects just about any profession. I'm a pastor, so I'm aware of burnout numbers for pastors, It's a real thing. It's an epidemic sometimes. But I'm telling you, if you're a dedicated Sunday school teacher, you've been teaching Sunday school, you've been teaching a small group Bible study, the same group for several years, on top of your work life and your home life, you're also every week you're preparing a lesson that you're going to deliver for this Bible study group. You need to take a break from that every now and then.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit down and be taught.
And be taught instead of being the teacher.
As the worship leader here at the church,
you're always leading worship.
I'm always leading the worship.
You're always thinking, well, how can I use that song? And what would be the structure? And what would be the instruments I'd use?
How could I get it to communicate with the theme? And when I go to a conference or a convention and I just get to sit in the crowd and sing and praise, man, that is so relaxing.
There you go.
When I don't have to worry about, what key is it in or anything, I just get to, enjoy it. I just get to sit back and participate in worship. And it's just so nice. That's rest.
Yeah, that is.
That's a nice little break.
For me, it's very much reading and mental stimulation that is not focused on preparing something for somebody else. A Bible study, a sermon, a counseling visit, somebody's coming in, I need to bone up on this idea and this idea, But if I can just go sit and read good things, and I don't have to use them for anything, they're just, this is good mental stimulation for me that's low demand. That's very helpful. And yes, going to hear some good preachers, helps me too. But, golf and going out and doing a little dove hunting every now and then, outside is important, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. I think people are solar powered.
You said that. What did make you read something? I don't remember. That's been something you've said lately.
I've said it, yeah. When you're stuck inside, you just kind of lose energy, you lose motivation.
Yeah.
When the blinds are closed, the curtains are drawn, you just no energy, unmotivated. When you start to go outside more and soak in the sun, you get energy or
Yeah.
joyful. I really think that we're solar powered. And I just that's a concept that I really appreciate. Solar powered.
Well, and we didn't say anything about this. People who work in their gardens and their yards and stuff, that's solar powered good stuff. And some people really get into that. Gardening and working in the yard is not my thing.
That could be relaxation, dude.
It could be for some people.
I don't have a green thumb.
Right. I like mowing my grass when I'm done with it, and it looks good. That's the only time I like it. Other than that, it's just work.
I had a Venus flytrap, plant that feeds itself. Takes care of itself.
I've never actually seen one of those, I don't think.
I've managed to kill it.
Even though it's in charge of feeding itself?
Yeah, exactly. That's how bad of a green thumb I have. So
that I can somebody gave me a cactus. It's sitting over here behind the house.
Oh yeah.
And the best thing I ever did for that cactus, a little bowl thingy, a little cactus sticking up. I leave it completely alone. I don't even look at it. It's outside. It's doing its thing over there. If I mess with it, I'll kill it every time.
Man. So to conclude, rest is important. It's important physically, mentally, and spiritually. And if you're finding yourself at the end of the rope and you're like, man, I'm so tired of this. This is, I'm not even enjoying it anymore. I'm not finding pleasure in this anymore. I think what you need is a break.
Yeah, evaluate yourself. Be aware. Yeah, if you're getting those kind of vibes, take it seriously. Say, hey, you know what? I've got to get some time off.
It's a red flag.
Some time away.
And you need to rest. It's important. Rest is important. I can't emphasize it enough. Our God rested.
Yeah.
And if he rests, we rest.
Right.
So with that, take a break, chill out.
Let's don't leave on that. Let's leave like this. Realize as Christians, we have access to resources that are not our own. And he can restore us physically. He can give us energy. Jesus said, I have food that you know not of. Mm-hmm. And he was speaking about physical food and tiredness. It is possible for the Lord to sustain us.
Yes.
But that's not saying that we get to not rest. We get to not relax. We need to be wise.
Yeah. Manage your rest wisely. All right. God bless you.